Whew, okay, what a journey. Alright, so to explain a few things. Originally, I wanted to make this video about the new camera that I just got and that I'm using right now. It's called the Panasonic Lumix FZ300 with a Leica zoom lens. It's really nice. It's a really great camera. However, I felt like that wasn't exactly the right approach that I wanted to take when making this video. So instead, I decided, you know what, instead of like talking about it, why don't we just show what it's capable of? And for that, I actually wanted to take it out for a spin. So given the title of this video, you know that I recently went to Carlsbad, New Mexico. To those that know me personally, you know that I will eventually have some business to do in Carlsbad. Carlsbad in itself is probably a city that may not have too much to offer for the modern dweller, the urban modern dweller, so to speak. But for me, it was really nice. It seems to suit me a little bit better, especially for my line of work, as some of you already know. Going over there and seeing how life was like was really an eye-opening experience, and also really having me looking forward to this job. So far, I was pleasantly surprised and really excited to look into this new chapter of my life. So this is kind of a little vlog of me showing what I saw over there. One thing I do want to say first, though, is kind of the road over there, because for whatever reason, mainly because it was nighttime, I didn't record or take pictures of the journey over there because we decided to leave later in the day, like around evening, mainly because it's too hot to travel in daylight hours nowadays. It's probably around 95, 98 degrees here, and it's becoming somewhat unbearable to be outside in daytime, so there's that. But the one thing that I do want to say is that I was essentially taken aback by the desolation. And that's a feeling I've had to deal with quite often, especially going on long journeys, essentially to the middle of nowhere. It's not as frequent anymore since I don't really get out that often, but I do want to mention that when I did my ecological monitoring service for AmeriCorps, going out into the wilderness was something that originally seemed unsettling until I would see it unfiltered. The reason I say this is because you do cross the Guadalupe mountain range going into Carlsbad, and I'm not gonna lie, I was essentially shitting myself. Like, I was terrified of going through a crazy mountain range road that's just twisting and turning in darkness, well, essentially pure darkness, and just having these looming giant mountains on your side, but the mountains were completely dark. It didn't seem like there was any life on there. That was probably a bit of my existential dread kicking in, but other than that, like, it shouldn't be something that should evoke a sense of fear, at least to those that have gotten used to being in the mountains, or, you know, going outside and seeing the darkness, seeing the stars shining out in the moon and everything. But it just felt unsettling. I want to say it was kind of messing with me because I'm honestly not sure what I saw. I make weird connections in my head. So firstly, the road was called the one that we were traveling on. It switches from Montana Avenue in El Paso, Texas, to a road that is called the Good Luck Highway. Whether it'll give you good luck on the road or it's wishing you good luck, I don't know, but it was a little unsettling. Secondly, as I was driving down probably half an hour or so on the outskirts of El Paso, it was already getting really dark. The shadows of the mountains were already starting to show. I avoided colliding with something along the road, but the thing that I avoided colliding with was a very dark mass, like a huge blob of just this weird oval-shaped shadow. Me being a rational person, I want to say that was, my mind playing tricks on me, or there was just a mark in the road. However, I do believe in certain mythologies based on like the evidence that has been presented about them, and I do believe that there are certain things that science cannot exactly explain right away, especially in terms of ontology, like are we alone in the universe, or is there a god? So seeing that kind of freaked me out. I don't know if it was a ghost, I don't know if it was just a mark in the road, but it was enough to unsettle me, especially for like going into the mountains, like going along that trip. Adding to that, the fact that the highway was called the Good Luck Highway. I'm thankful that my mom was there with me. Even though she didn't see anything, she saw how panicked I became and she started praying with me. It put me in a mindset that I could calm down, I started realizing that this sense of dread was like starting to leave me. I realized that the area around us was not supposed to be as dark as it was appearing to my eyes. I realized that the tint of the windows was actually darkening it more and causing it to feel unknown. So what I ended up doing is I turned off the air conditioner and opened the windows, rolled them down, and I essentially slowed to a crawl being like 45 miles an hour on a highway. I suddenly relaxed. I felt calm. I felt like I could breathe, and that's not just because the wind was rushing in through the windows. It was more so I could connect with that natural world that I was so disconnected from, just being cooped up in this room like for a long time. It felt really good. From there, the drive onwards to Carlsbad was very peaceful. I could see the mountains for what they were under moonlight, and I could see them as not being imposing, threatening beings to my existence, but rather a part of nature that we must coexist with. I know I'm not supposed to be like really philosophical about this, but it's something that I wanted to share. I guess going back to the philosophical part, it kind of adds to the whole going on this new journey of discovery, since I'd never been to Carlsbad before until yesterday, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. And it was something that was essentially a learning experience once I got there. It wasn't something that was going to scare me. It wasn't something that was going to like threaten me as a person. It was just something that I was going to have to open my arms and my mind to, and my heart, and to accept. Yeah, it was really nice. For now though, let's go to the journey itself. Okay, so good morning. If you can't tell from the eyes, I didn't sleep very well. There was a lot of snoring. Not from my mother. That was from That was from the room opposite. We had some that was very loud, and they kept snoring through my headphones. So hopefully tonight I'll be able to sleep better. But for now, I gotta wake up, and I have some excellent breakfast in front of me. We are currently in Carlsbad, New Mexico. Now, I won't say the details of my situation just yet. The only thing I will say right now is that I have a new opportunity here, and I'm hoping to take advantage of that by moving here. What we will be doing, however, is we will be exploring the city of Carlsbad, New Mexico. Yeah, we've been here since last night. We're just going to take a day to relax, look at the opportunity place. We're gonna look at a river walk. We've been told that there's a river walk. I want to see the historic downtown district here and a few other areas. I'm gonna enjoy this breakfast now, and my mother is as well, so we're gonna just be doing that. But yeah, we'll be enjoying this, and we'll come back later. So see you later. So here we are. If you notice, there's a bit of a change of scenery. I was supposed to record some of the driving around, but unfortunately I didn't have my GoPro out. Well, here we are once again in a hotel room. I've met up with a few of the people that I wanted to meet up with. There's still a few things that I do need to accomplish though. Just a quick rundown of what I was able to find. Went to the office and I got my hands on a few public release records that you can see here. Basically what they believe to be an Puebloan site that exists out here in the Carlsbad Desert. Location classified, of course, for preservation purposes. Many people would actually be surprised to know that there is actually quite a lot of Pueblo ruins scattered all around the place. I guess no one really expected them to be all the way out here. They are, of course. Another one would be the rock art painting that exists in several areas like canyons and caves, which is really cool. You can kind of look at the way that prehistoric peoples would preserve their stories and all that stuff. Once again, location classified. You're gonna see a common theme there in terms of the location that is provided for these places. And finally, there is this report which talks about hunter-gatherer sites. Most of them are hot rock features, which essentially means that they are campsites, and this you can tell because of the burns that exist on them. Once again, location classified. I personally have studied some of these, very few though, and the thing about very few is that we weren't really allowed to do any excavation. However, we were allowed to do observation, analysis of material goods and such, which was cool. We were also allowed to do observations of like the burn markings and stuff. Many of these sites are protected under the Bureau of Land Management. You do need special access to go see them. Because of the site's classified nature, I really don't think that they will let me record anything of the sort. So, unfortunate, but it is what it is. I understand them completely. For now though, we're gonna stop recording right here. We're gonna go meet some people because I need to ensure that I have somewhere to stay here when I start working. And once that's done, we will probably take a small walk around town. I'm excited, and I'll review some of these a little bit more either tonight or tomorrow night, make notes on them and try to explain like what has been found, what is understood of the area in archaeological terms. See how my landscape archaeology will come into play. We'll be resting here for a little bit longer and then take off. Sweet. And we'll cut to the exploration. Since we're essentially all done with the stuff that we need to do immediately, we'll probably just be touring the town, see what there is to see. Me personally, I want to see the mall first, mainly because it's hot and I don't really want to walk outside right now. So we're gonna go over there first. We're gonna double back to the downtown plaza, which should be over in this direction, and then after that we'll probably go find the river walk, which I know is close to my not my yet, but the office that I'm going to work at. And then from there we're probably gonna go grab some food or shop a little bit in Walmart just to see what is offered here, and because it is cheap. And we will then go back to the hotel room, and that should be the day for us. So we're gonna enjoy it for now, and let's hit the road. Alright. Oh, that's cute. So here we are, just wandering in. It's actually a really small mall. Seems like a lot of entertainment centers have been hit pretty hard with the pandemic and everything. So it didn't surprise me to see this here. There's Mom over there. There's not much crowding, but there's a lot of space. Like quite a bit of space. That kind of allows for people to, you know, hi there. Allows for people to be, I guess, a bit more relaxed in some of these areas. Oh, that's unfortunate they closed that down. Yeah, it seems like a lot of these places did take quite a hit. I'm hoping some of these do bounce back, but I saw this happening back home in Las Cruces, so it doesn't surprise me that that would happen here. Whoa, but this is something. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. We're gonna walk over here. Yeah, this place is really nice, honestly. I suppose if someone here would like to just like wander around the small hallways and all that, you could just come here, enjoy yourself a little bit, just relax, find a nice quiet place to wander. Body Evolution, so that's a gym. Seems like a lot of places that I guess are a bit more well off would be able to afford a place at a mall. So I mean, this is nice though. Oh, this is Social Security. What is that doing here? I've heard that here where the Beals is at, so this is going to be replaced by a Big Lots. I'm going to turn this back around, show my face. It's a small place. There's a little bench right there. We'll sit here, yeah. nice little area of geographical importance for transportation, as far as I could tell. Driving in, it was obviously big on truckers. I also understand that, here we go, actually, let me read it off right here. Carlsbad is a hub for potash mining, petroleum production, and tourism. Carlsbad Caverns National Park is located 20 miles southwest of the city, and Guadalupe Mountains National Park lies 54 miles south across the Texas border. The Lincoln National Forest is to the northwest of town. It is named after the world-famous spa city of Carlsbad and Bohemia. I do have to say that based on some of the information that the local archaeologists told me, Carlsbad itself was founded on a lot of weird types of like investments. Apparently the early settlers that were in the area, they kind of said, let's make something out of this here when trying to develop the agriculture for the the river system, and a lot of people got involved in it, but it turned out to be a pretty big scam, so to speak, and that caused a lot of problems in early development. It honestly affected everything that the city stood for. However, that doesn't mean that it was unsuccessful. A community was founded here. As you can see, it's still in place. As far as I can tell, they're gonna try to be here for a while, which is fine. That's perfectly awesome. Now, the thing about it is that many people argue that there isn't much room for development. I disagree. Mainly because there's a lot of mining, petroleum production, and then there's a lot of other different things as well, like transportation hubs. As such, and personally having worked with some of these people, the mining industry is quite big here. And this is honestly why a lot of apartments as well as hotel systems have been put into place. So we all understand that yes, this is important, mainly because this acts like a natural meeting point for all of this. As a city, as far as I can tell, it's not sprawling too much. There is quite a number of opportunities here, especially for telework. It's not bad. It's not the biggest city in New Mexico. It's also not the most developed, but it's not a terrible place as far as I can tell. The different times that I've spoken to people who have lived here before, they were pretty happy with their experience here. A few of them have actually called it home. So once again, it's a small, quiet town, not that much happening, and some people honestly prefer it like that. So that's good. Seems like here we have a community event thing. Okay, I didn't expect the farmers market to be ending in September, but we'll have to go back tomorrow. Mainly because we got a birthday party to attend to. Yeah, this is the mall. It's not that big, but it's nice, it's cozy, it's small, so if you guys like that, that's cool. Although I do feel like I've kind of already shown everything here, which, I mean, yeah, I have. It's not bad. Ooh, wow. Oh, this is nice. We're gonna head in here and see if they have any sugar-free tea. See you all in a bit. Okay, so yeah, this is the mall. It's really tiny inside, as you've already seen. But honestly, it was really nice. It felt cozy. I guess I'm used to large city malls, and they're very crowded, and you can honestly get overwhelmed there. This is kind of cool. There's a McAllister's. You can also see the Carlsbad Mall over there. Maybe in some days where I decide that I don't want to deal with too many people, but also don't want to be alone, I'll probably just be in here. I know there's a few restaurants and shopettes and stuff that a lot of people prefer to gather. I'm going to look into those as well. For now though, let's keep driving around and see what else we can find. And that's a glare of the sun. We'll not have that right now, but yes, we'll continue on with our adventure. Well, here we are once again on the road. We just stopped by the mall. We saw the movie theater right next to it. And then we drove over to the NMSU research facility where they do research for environmental monitoring. That was really cool. We got to speak to Lynn as she was going to her car. Apologies, Lynn, if you see this. We were really excited to talk to you. It was very informative and really fun. We also wanted to stop by the state park that's up here. It's supposed to be a nature trail. No, not a nature trail, a zoo. It's like a desert zoo and a desert nature park. Unfortunately, it was closed, so we weren't able to see it. However, that hasn't discouraged us from, you know, having a look around. So right now we're going past the canal and we're going into the northern section of the city of Carlsbad. Already you can see quite a difference. There is a country club here, and it seems like here where some of the irrigation ditches, as well as where more water flows through, it seems like a lot of people are a bit more well off, especially with the suburban style houses that seem to be popping up everywhere, which is quite interesting. I remember there were discussions in our geography classes talking about urban sprawl, suburban sprawl, gentrification, and how like a lot of that comes through different planning practices that the city has enforced. I don't know the specifics about that happening here. However, it is clear that this area is a suburban district far away from the central business district, which is not downtown, surprisingly enough. Downtown is now a tourist district. Here though, it's clear that a lot of this is separated from anywhere and thus will not classify it as mixed use, which there's a debate on whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but either way, it seems like a lot of these areas are a bit more well off. It's kind of what I wanted to say. The houses are really nice though, do not get me wrong. And it seems like there is a lot of investment going on to here with housing. As you can see, these are apartment complexes over here. I've personally checked on these prices. They're quite large. So it's not exactly something I'll be looking into for staying. I do prefer the apartments that we went to see earlier in the day. A lot of these go for over $1,000. Some even reach as high as $2,000, and that all comes down to the commodity of the space, like the residential area that they have been built on, as it was declared as residential, which is unfortunate. But other than that, it's to those who can afford it. I mean, more power to you. I personally cannot, but you know, we'll not talk about that. We'll just enjoy the drive. It is a nice place though. Here especially, because here on this northern part of the city, there it is, Carlsbad city limits. On this northern part of the city is where most of the irrigation water goes, and this is where vineyards, this is where orchards usually show up, to where people essentially exploit the resources that they have, which is fine, and they try to make a living off of it, which is also fine. For now though, we're gonna keep driving here. We're gonna be heading into town. I have no idea why that guy doesn't have a shirt on. It is hot though. It is a very hot place. I think we're coming up on the Pecos River. Yes, we are. So let me switch lanes real quick. Slow down a little bit, and there it is. It actually has water. What can you tell? Compared to the Rio Grande, it's honestly a little saddening. I say that in the best possible way. I love Las Cruces. I love El Paso a little bit less, but it was my home. We're gonna turn left here and then go into the downtown area. We'll continue the journey here. We'll stop recording here for now, just so we can save some battery. Yeah, you can tell. So we're here approaching the I don't know what this is, a recreation center, from what I understand. We want to just take a look inside, see what's up, what is offered. Oh yeah, there's a skate park here. Matt, if you ever decide to come here, there's a nice little skate park right here. Hey. Oh yeah, one of the benches is a skateboard. Okay, let's take a look. I'm not sure if we can record in here, but we'll might as well give it a shot. So here we are inside of the recreation center. I don't know too much about it, given that this is my first time here. I also don't really want to film too much, mainly because of all the kids that are running around and I don't want angry parents after me. But I think this is really cool because there's a lot of facilities here offered to the kids that live here. We picked up one of the programs at the front desk and it shows like a lot of things are being offered here, specifically in this building. I understand, based on just second-hand or third-hand knowledge, that this used to be an electrical plant. And you can kind of see it here in the layout. So you can see all of that here. It has that industrial feel, so to say. But everything about it has currently just been completely repurposed for kids and also for adults who want to use these facilities. So I think that's really neat. That does show that there is like a strong caring for the community as well as for the people that live in it. And I think that's interesting that this place has been willing to do that and not just have a building sit around here, you know, just wasting away, so to speak. And they actually have a place where they want to have people enjoy their time. So that honestly makes me happy. That honestly seems like a good idea, and I feel like a lot of communities can learn from that. Yeah, it's really neat. So I'm definitely gonna have to check this out more and with more time on my hands, and we'll see what is up later. For now though, I think we're just gonna keep wandering around. We'll just see what else there is here, and yeah, we'll just keep going, see what we can find. Really gotta work on my mic level adjustments. Seems like the breeze is kind of affecting it. Hopefully it's not clipping too badly for everyone. I'll try to fix it in post. Either way, that was cool. The actual, like, you know, huge building where everything was happening was really neat. And there it is right behind me. Yeah, it's really neat. Here we have an area that's essentially, well, it's part of the Pecos River, but they call it the lake area. And this is kind of where a lot of people just go around to like swim, as well as take a boat out and go fishing, which is honestly kind of cool. Ow, that is some very heavy reflective sunlight. Let me put myself over here. Look at that burb. Hello, burb. That is really cool. Looks like a raven, honestly. Not too sure though. That is really nice. Oh, that is awesome. That was cool. Look at that. Wow. You can see that this is honestly like a really nice place. Here's the thing, I knew nothing about this town when I was when I was looking into this. Like, I knew absolutely nothing. All I knew was that Carlsbad Caverns was nearby and named after the city of Carlsbad. It just never really caught my attention, so this is a good learning experience. I'm kind of glad that this happened. ¿Qué piensas, madre?
Estás loquito.
I know.
I love you. Carlsbad is an interesting place. I didn't know it was water here.
That's something that we've actually noticed a lot. We come from an area that there's almost no water. Like, we can go to the Rio Grande.
It's dry.
And it's completely dry. It's empty. So seeing all of this kind of, it makes us happy to see it, but it's also a little saddening. At least for our town. ¿Qué te interesa más de Carlsbad?
The water.
The water.
The water is nice to be here, close to the water, nomás que hay mosquitos.
A ver qué pasa.
A ver si te encuentras una noviecita por ahí.
Oh, quisiera.
Vamos a
Let us go walk. La luna, the moon is over there. I really like the super zoom on this camera. Look at that. I'm gonna use my mom's head as a zoom. Beautiful. There we go, solid land. We just crossed all that. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Amazing. Birds. Pigeons. Yeah, I like this. Okay, well, I think we're gonna stop recording here, and we're gonna try to save some battery. I don't know if we'll have enough time to go downtown, to the specific downtown area like the plaza, but we're gonna try. If not, then we're just gonna head to the restaurant and get some food, then get ready to go and turn in for the night. So yeah, I want to keep enjoying this walk. If I can talk over the biker that's coming across the bridge. I totally can. We'll just transition over here for now and keep enjoying this nature walk. I'm going to try to take some really good photos of this because, oh my goodness, it is very nice. It is very nice, and I think I'm going to enjoy my time here. So yeah, see y'all around. So, here we are, leaving the hotel. We just turned in our key. We got all our bags, I hope. And we've already done everything that we could do here in Carlsbad. So now we just need to go home. We're going to be heading south onward to El Paso. We're going to make a few stops along the way. This is probably the best hotel in the area for anyone that's traveling by here. La Quinta. It's near the entrance of the city itself.
One of the best. One of the best.
One of the best, my mother says. And I have to agree because it's not very pricey and it's also well maintained. So anyone staying here, really recommend it. We filled up with gas last night. We have food that should last us most of the trip. There goes La Quinta. And on we go. We'll see everyone in about an hour and we'll enjoy the nice ride. Whew, okay, well, that was a fun party. Not gonna lie, a little winded from that, so I'm here at home, finally. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit the hay because I'm pretty tired, so I thank you all for joining me on this journey. I'm probably gonna re-record this later because right now I'm just tired and I just want to get some sleep. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll see what future Eman has to say about that. So for now, have a good night, everyone. So yeah, that was my journey up into Carlsbad. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. That kind of sums up everything I did over this week. It was a lot of fun. There's also that little party segment that kind of was unplanned, but overall it was an enjoyable time, and I am honestly happy that I could share it, and I'm honestly happy that I could capture these moments. Other than that though, it is a little late, so I'm gonna have to head to bed here soon. Hope y'all enjoyed. All the homies on Discord, I'll see if I can talk to you eventually. I still got my plans going on, as you already know, and hopefully all goes well with that. Now that all that's done, I'm just happy that all of this is going through, things are looking up, and we got a lot of work to do, so I'll catch you all on the flip side. See you later.